I really wanted to talk about the decisions that we make, right? First of all, I love each and all of you guys' textures. You all bring something different to the pot, right? And so I wanted to kind of show, like, if we extract those things and how it goes to telling with the story. Because one of the things I'm really big on is us making smart decisions, right? As vocalists, especially, we have the pressure to sound like everybody else, right? It's like, if I'm not doing this note, if I don't sound like this, and it's like, if we understand that it's all about the story,
Yeah.
that's what it's about. So if your run makes sense to the story, then do it. If it doesn't, that makes no sense, right? If that high note makes sense, go for it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take Titanium, which we know is like this pop classic, and we're going to kind of play around with it. And we know it's like that dance, and you feel encouraged. Like when you think about the song Titanium, what do you think about off top?
Energy.
Energy, right? What else lyrically?
Strong.
Strong, empowering.
I'm weird and visual. I think about metal, like titanium, and I think about what that represents. Like,
Yeah, that's
which
not weird.
is those things.
I love that. Like, we're artists. We're meant to be creative.
Yeah.
People pay for our opinions. Yeah. And so you think about that. You think about it being empowering. So I was like, okay, so because this song is in a more of a major feel, can you play the original so they can kind of hear? It's more like in a major feel. Right. Can you play that chorus? Right? And so when you think about this song, you're in the club like, I think I can do it, right? That's what it is. So we're going to think about if we were to kind of change it and play around with the feeling of it, what would it be? There we go. 1 and 2. Are you blocking it right now?
Yeah.
No, so we're just going to start that chorus. I wanted to slow the song down a bit because I wanted to give us the chance to really highlight these very deep and profound lyrics. This song is already amazing as is, but I wanted to slow it down so that we can kind of draw out the lyrics and allow them to rise above the beat. And by doing that, we can show the process from what it feels like to feel that rejection, to feel, that adversity, to go against all odds, and then to ultimately say, I am titanium. Ricochet, you take your aim, fire away, you shoot me down, but I won't fall, I am titanium, you shoot me down, but I won't fall, I am titanium. Try that again. I started with a softer approach because I wanted to create this atmosphere that would encourage introspectiveness and intimacy and vulnerability. And I knew that by doing so, by creating this still small voice sort of approach, it would start the process of us being able to dig into our deep feelings. I am titanium. Now you can hear me kind of pulling out that crescendo. And that's really invoking the spirit of empowerment and strength. I'm going to start to, now that we know the arrangement, I'm going to start to pull out even more dynamics and more articulations so that we can further enhance the overall vocal interpretation of this song. Somebody's trying to keep you back. We all in LA. We all trying to pursue. We got all these different things. Nothing's going to bring you back. So you're like, oh. No, you're like, try it again. I am titanium. I want you a little bit more open on the beginning for me. Everybody try it again. I am titanium. I want you to go tay for your vowel. Try it again one time. I am titanium. Everybody individually try for me little. I am titanium. That's what I say. Try it again. I am titanium. I want you to say. So here's what's really great for high notes, especially. Cry it into it. Titanium. Well, then shut up if you're gonna shut up. Here we go. For you here now. I am titanium. Yeah. you to cry into that thing. And I am titanium. Yeah, try it, Amber. Here we go. I am titanium. Yes, everybody, try it again, everybody. I am titanium. We're gonna invert it now. Take it up. Here we go. I am titanium. Pull it out there, man. Here we go. Try it again. I had to put an inversion in this song. I had to. Because just like a modulation, inversions can provide a sense of propulsion, and it can drive music into new levels of energy. I knew that by coupling this inversion with this forte dynamic, it would really test not only their vocal strength, but also their inner strength. Now, I want to bridge a connection between those two elements. And the only way I can do that is by tapping into the key that's going to unlock the soul of any performance. And that is personalization. You have to do in performance is personalization. Right? And what is personalization? Let's just talk about it. What is it? Do we know?
Making it your own.
In essence.
Authenticity,
right? And so that's one thing that you have to do, and I think that's very important. So if everybody just takes a minute, and let's just think about something that you've brought yourself through, that you've been through, that God has brought you through, whatever. And let's just sit and think about it. Can you just play a little bit, Device, so they can think about it? I'll say for me, this weekend happens to be my 9-year anniversary for being in LA. Right?
Congratulations.
Thank you. I made it, right? And because we know, a lot of people don't last like a year, 2 years, right? And for me, I literally got up this morning and I was in tears. I was just in tears. I'm about to cry now, but I'm not because I don't want my lashes to fall off.
Right.
But I was so emotional because I just think about all that has happened, in my life in those 9 years. So much has happened. I came here, I graduated from Howard, and I'm go out there. And you gotta think, I tell people I came from Louisville, Kentucky, and and so it was get a good job, sing at church, maybe a little club, little something, and then you have a good job through the week.
Yeah.
And so for me, and I didn't have any of my family that was the person that was pursue their dreams and that thing. And I had this vision. I'm this is all I like to do. And if I don't care about it, then I kind of don't care about it, And I think about it the journey to get through school, and now I'm here okay, what's next? I tell even when I teach other people at the college, I'm when you graduate, that's actually the beginning, right? And I got here, and I remember just pulling up, driving across the country oh my God, I'm here. What's next? And there were so many obstacles. There was so much, but here I grew as an artist. I grew as a woman. I got through insecurities about my voice, about my musicality. I got through all these different things because you can make it here, but it's about finding your own thing. It's about what you do. That's why I wanted you guys to feel comfortable because everybody brings something to the table. It's enough for all of us. And at the end of the day, whatever year you were born, whatever day you was born, you was not born before then, after then, because we didn't need you then, right? And I think about the struggles that I had. I got here, I was broke. Never, phone never went off, never got evicted. Wow.
Right.
Never went without.
Yep.
Then I noticed my body started changing, my lifestyle started changing, I started changing. I'm what's going on, Natalie? I'm starting to eat things. I'm starting to be oh, I can't eat this. And I'm noticing little changes. Relationships. Had to let go of the past. That was deep. Had to let go of other people. Had to see the vision. All these different things. Let me tell you something. Even about giving up. I had family die. My mother died. This is even before my sister died. I had all these different things. 2016, my mother died. I'm like struggling. I'm trying to see the vision. It's a little turbulence. Things happen, everything's great. And it pauses. And everything's great. And then you're like, oh, Lord Jesus. Yeah. Right? My mother died. I'm like, okay, whew, knock me out. Okay, keep going. Next year, my cousin dies on my birthday. Okay, next year, my aunt dies. The next year, okay. The following year, my uncle dies. Okay. 2020, my grandmother dies. That is everything. You gotta understand, my grandmother took me and my sisters in. That was like literally my angel. I watched her. I literally flew home and watched her transition. I watched my mother held her hand when she died. I watched my grandmother woke up. I woke up. She was gone. A couple of days ago, I get a call. My father is in the hospital. This is just a couple days ago. I flew to DC to find out what's going on. Flew back to make sure I was present. Right? I'm only saying that to say, damn it, I'm titanium.
Yeah.
And there are times when I want to give up, or moments when I feel like, I'm tired and I'm broken down. And that's why I wanted to slow the song down. Because to me, I didn't want us to focus on the major. I wanted us to say, when you flip, I love when we focus on music and music goes to the minor. It's not sad. It's not dark. It's intimate. The notes are closer. I hate when people say it's sad. It's not sad. Right? So I want you guys, just think about it. We're not rushing. Can you think about something? Just your journey? You have something in your mind? You feel it? You see it? You see it? And I want you guys to know you've got it. I know LA is hard, not just LA, but just the pursuit. It can be difficult. Life can be difficult. But you are here, y'all. People didn't make it through this pandemic, right? I don't care what it is, you got it. And so for me, I never want to just sing. I don't care if I'm singing R&B. I don't care if I'm singing opera. I don't care if it's musical theater. I don't care if it's gospel. I'm like, because I know there was a time, Lord Jesus, when I was broken down. And I had to say, I am titanium. And just like that, the connection has been made. We are no longer just singing notes and lyrics. We are now feeling and telling a story. Anybody want to share something? This is all personal. Share.
So 2016, life started getting crazy for me too. That's when my aunt died suddenly. And less than a year later, my 10-year-old cousin died. And when she died suddenly, like within 2 weeks, when she died, I went to get a physical and they found lumps in my throat. And when I went to the doctors, they found 2 issues with my throat. One was masses, the other one was cysts on my vocal cords. I decided to do one surgery, and I did that surgery top of 2018. And during that time, I also found out that I had substantial hearing loss. So I lost, there's 2 types of hearing loss, and I have it in my right ear, so I have a hearing aid. I moved to LA 6 months after my throat surgery, and now I'm singing full time.
Wow.
When I tell you, let me hear you sing that Titanium. I am Titanium. Yeah, girl. Do it again for yourself, girl. Here we go. I am Titanium.
back in 2006. I was 14. I lost my mom to suicide. So she took her own life, which was pretty devastating for me, only child. Pretty much helped plan the whole funeral. And so I was able to bottle up all those emotions until adulthood. So I know that it's only by the grace of God that I was able to survive my mother's suicide and to be here to tell the story and to appreciate life on a whole new level, and to just commit to living my best life for her, because the bipolar disorder is a sickness. So it's hard to separate the two, but I've had to learn to separate it. And in order to do that, you have to be titanium to push through some stuff like that.
Listen,
So,
and that's what it is. That's what it is. We think we're not strong, we are.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean not be vulnerable.
Yeah.
I think you have to be strong to be to be vulnerable.
Yep.
Right? I want you to sing that. Whatever.
I am titanium. I am titanium. I am titanium.
Say that one time, boy.
I am titanium. I am titanium. I am titanium.
Get into that falsetto.
I am titanium. Oh, no, no. I am titanium.
Yes. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of times we don't get the opportunity as artists to be artists because we're just coming in and working. You're artists right now.
Yeah.
You got something?
Oh,
I know you do. I know you do.
I'm gonna keep it short because I'm a crier. No, because then we can't sing. So, gosh, COVID. I mean, I could say so many things, but from a young age, I have been diagnosed with a multitude of immune system issues, which doesn't make for a very strong fighter physically. But what I have learned is that my spirit is strong. And my spirit fights way harder than my body does. And I had COVID in December. She got it twice. I got it once, and it hit me so hard. And because I don't fight well, it was a very scary moment for me because I knew I was in that percentage of people that could lose their life. And I was actually in Korea when, South Korea, when COVID hit China. And I managed to escape it all the way through 2020, all the way back to the States in March, through the year, and all the way up until December. And I fought that thing for 21 days. I was in my house, locked up, and going through it. But I came out on the other side, and when I tested negative, I burst out into tears because I knew that I had made a promise to God that if He could see me to the other side of that, that I would adopt and sign a new lease on my life, that I would stop doubting myself and stop telling myself all of these horrible things about what I can't do and instead go for everything that I knew that God had for me. So I knew that titanium has been something that has been fostered in me and grown and built an armor of a shell around my spirit. And even if my body doesn't agree sometimes, my spirit's not going to let me go down without a fight, and I trust that. Oh, you got to give me a second.
You're gonna be over here crying.
Oh my God. Whatever you want to softer.
Titanium, I am titanium. Oh, I am.
to